These are strange possessions for a poor, confused monk. Maybe the Historical Museum in Munich can help us with an analysis.
Of the cordless screwdriver?
I'm talking about the swan statue, Professor. Just what is wrong with you?
Fresh corpses aren't for the faint-hearted people like me.
I thought you were a criminologist.
The recently deceased are rather unusual in historical criminology.
Is that so? Anyway, we really should photograph the statue first.
Journalist or criminologist regardless, please leave the unsecured scene of the accident immediately.
We're not yet convinced if we're dealing with an accident. Brother Emmanuel wanted to meet us and hand over more proof of a conspiracy.
All of this sounds very exciting, but to me this looks like a tragic accident. All over the country, Brother Emmanuel was known for his careless curiosity. This had to happen someday.
Aren't you drawing hasty conclusions?
Do you know anything? Just give me the smallest hint of a crime and I'll start investigating. Until then, let me do my work.
Follow me, Sarah. Let's go into my lab. I have an idea. If we get my receiver amplifier up and running again, we can hack into the castle's webcam and download last night's photos. I'm afraid the trailer's generator is shut down for good.
I'll take a closer look at it. Could be a joke. Impossible. Not like that. Impossible. Not like that. Ah, another dead end. Impossible.
Well, let's take a look. There, the monk.
There's another person. Can you see? But it's not possible to see who it is.
Emmanuel's being pushed off the scaffolding. It's his murder.
Well, if this isn't evidence, Inspector Fisher will be so surprised. I've downloaded the photos on my USB stick. We should present them right away.
Have you seen the photos on my tablet? Do you still believe it was an accident?
No, not yet. I did ask my colleagues in Fussen, but they're so overworked at the moment. Oh, for God's sake, what dog's dinner? What am I gonna do?
Maybe we could help you in the meantime. We have free access to the castle.
I don't know. You are civilians. On the other hand, if you can move around freely, it would be helpful. But you need to report back to me. Here, take the UV light. It'll be useful for gathering evidence.
You can rely on us 100%, Inspector.
I know. Take photos of everything that's suspicious. I'll go to the pub, my office, and inform my colleagues. Upset stomach. All this stress, you know. I need some herb schnapps.
But of course, Inspector. Take it easy. Being overzealous can be harmful.
Dear Ms. Hamilton, the swan statue, whose picture you forwarded to us, belongs to a casket which is positioned in the study in Neuschwanstein as far as we know. It was a present that the king received from Richard Wagner himself. Kind regards, Elizabeth Minner, Archive, Historical Museum, Munich.
Dear Miss Minner, I can imagine that I'm beginning to become a nuisance to you, but I need to ask for your help once more. Could you tell us whether the swan statue, photo enclosed, belongs to the castle, and if yes, where was it positioned before? Kind regards, Sarah Hamilton.
January 1885. This parrot is a genius. Otto remembers an astonishingly large amount of whatever we have to say to him. Maybe it can keep more of our secrets, or even repeat them when we say a code word.
Another dead end.
11th of May, 1883. We are fascinated by our parrot. When we showed Marie our conservatory, it addressed her with good evening. Maybe we should rename it. We are thinking about naming it Otto from now on.
Then let's wake up Inspector Fisher from his nap and send him these fingerprints.
We should take further prints for comparison.
Especially those from Beatrix and Franchetti.
Beatrix? You want to needlessly bother her? Her nerves are frayed already. Is that necessary?
Everyone is a suspect. Everyone. But now, we should open the casket. It can't be unimportant if Emmanuel had to die because of it. Impossible.
Incredible. A real letter from Ludwig II. The content is rather unimportant.
At least at first sight. I think we should examine the letter for secret writing in your lab.
Good idea. The scanner will be of great help to us. Why the rush?
Che cavolo! Once again, only cold coffee. This thermos flask is rubbish. I will head into town now and enjoy an espresso. Arrivederci!
really remarkable. I can indeed identify some secret writing, but it must consist of a very special milk composition.
Doesn't the UV lamp give any further information?
Unfortunately, it doesn't. We need a source of heat in order to make the writing apparent. A candle or a cigarette lighter.
Well, there are plenty of candles in the castle, and a lighter should be easy to find as well. Not like that.
Enough already. So what is the problem now? Do you want to send me to an early grave with your capers?
The alarm went off and we wanted to see if everything was okay.
No reason to panic. Everything is under control, my dear.
Everything under control? First I need to inform Inspector Fisher that this was a false alarm. Otherwise he's going to send out the whole cavalry. What an unpleasant day this is. I don't wish to hear of any further catastrophes. Understood?
Mr. Dolman, we are very unhappy with the progress of the construction. The Singers' Hall should have been finished long ago. I really hope there won't be any further delays. Inform us of the new completion date. Why did you remove the craftsmen from our secret project? We don't want the interior fittings to be installed before this is finished. See to it immediately. Regards, Ludwig II, King of Bavaria.
Now, I haven't seen anything like this in a long time. A phonograph wax cylinder? Basically, it's the forerunner of the gramophone record.
And how do you use such a cylinder?
With the phonograph, of course. I will instruct my institute to quickly send me one via courier. Tomorrow we will be able to listen to everything that's on this cylinder. Until then, we have to remain patient.
Ah, another dead end.
Ninth of June, 1886. They have really dared to do it. Our monarchy has been overthrown. We have to hide all our secrets safely. We have used the phonograph to leave behind important hints and clues for our followers. We hope no one discovers our double life.
Dear Mr. Fisher, as discussed, we're working on the case. You should save the enclosed fingerprints. We will send more prints for comparison soon. Best wishes, Sarah Hamilton. Dear Mr. Fisher, as announced, we're hereby sending you Salvatore Franchetti's fingerprints for comparison. Best wishes, Sarah Hamilton. Dear Mr. Fisher, as you can see, we've been at it, and managed to get our hands on Beatrix von Lohen's fingerprints, which we might need to compare later. Best wishes, Sarah Hamilton.
Dear Miss Narble, I hope you are taking good care of our company. I have an urgent request. Send me a phonograph from room 8B as soon as possible. I take full responsibility and will bring the device back soon. Best wishes, Professor Dr. Adler. P.S. It's urgent.
Hello, Sarah. Our expert is 99% sure the painting is a fake. Even the photo shows that the paint possesses a slight reflecting component. That kind of paint has only been available since circa 1970. It seems like you're onto a hot lead. Good luck, James Billings.
Dear Miss Hamilton, the photo of the broken fragment you forwarded to us has caused great excitement in our archive. It belongs to a vase that stood in the throne room in Neuschwanstein Castle for years, and is thought to have been missing since the Second World War. Please send us the original piece as soon as possible. Kind regards, Elizabeth Minner, Archive, Historical Museum, Munich.
In the Holy Grail legend, several traditions come together. It's a mixture of Celtic, Christian, and Oriental sagas and myths. All written records describe the Holy Grail as a miraculous vessel in the shape of a bowl, a goblet, or a stone. It is said to offer felicity, eternal youth, and endless food. According to the Christian interpretation, it's a bowl with which Christ's blood was collected during his crucifixion.
Aha! The analysis of the broken fragment has arrived. It's becoming more and more mysterious. The fragment belongs to a vase, which was considered missing.
Then we'd better search for the other parts of the vase.
And it gets even better. The vase used to have a firm place in the throne room in Ludwig's time.
I'm already asking myself when we would finally get there.
Oh, another dead end. Impossible. Impossible. These seem to be all parts of the vase. Now we only need to put them together.
I'm afraid that is easier said than done.
Let me take a look. It can't be that hard.
Hold on. Can you hear that? What kind of noise is it? Careful, Sarah!
My dear, I admire your talent to constantly get yourself into trouble. But is it necessary to always involve my dear friend the Professor in these calamities? How are you, Wolfgang?
Under the circumstances, I feel well. We got away with no more than a bad fright.
Yes, but only thanks to the figure with the strange hat.
I presume it was one of the notorious Google men.
A Googleman? Here in the castle? Oh my God! What have you got me into? You were transforming my wonderful Neuschwanstein into a proper haunted castle. Mr. Professor, this has to stop immediately.
I humbly beg your pardon, my dear.
My driver will immediately take you both into the village, where you will stay in the hospital for the night. I won't accept any protest. The police have been informed. Inspector Fisher wants to see you two here tomorrow. Oh, and this room is closed from now on. And I will allow myself a double gin. Otherwise, these unpleasant incidents are unbearable. Good night.
Now that's a terrible story. So relieved that you're still alive.
Believe me, so are we. Have you heard anything about the prints we sent out for analysis?
I have indeed. The print definitely belongs to Franchetti. But since he can move around freely in the castle, this is no more than an indication. I'll keep an eye on that man, that's for sure.
And the other fingerprints?
The analysis is still pending. And unfortunately, my colleagues are still very, very busy.
Something terrible has happened. The monk, Brother Emmanuel, has been murdered. Both site manager Franchetti and Beatrix behaved very strangely after that. The investigating police are unfortunately overwhelmed by this case. That's why we stepped in and offered to help solve it. In the end, we were able to recover all parts of the vase. Shortly before we put it back together, we were attacked. An unknown Googleman saved us. First murder, then attempted murder. What next?